We will go today for revision on inverse trigo functions. I will discuss different types of problems being asked in the examination as point wise. Firstly, we have to know that what is sine inverse sine x. This is very particular type of problem. We should know it because this is very basic. It will come out to be x, as most of the students will say, but when it will be x, this is very important. You should not overlook this, that x should be in the interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. If it is beyond that, then the inverse is not defined. So for finding the value of sine inverse sine x, which will be x, the x should be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 in the case of sine. For cos inverse cos x, it will be x only when it is between 0 and pi. Okay, the function is defined in this interval, also known as the domain of the function. One more, for tan inverse, very easy to remember. Okay, so no difficulty in remembering these things because sine and tan having same, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, but in the case of cos it is different, 0 to pi by 2. Just remember this thing. If it is not in that interval, use trigonometry to bring in that format. That is the thing dealing with the domain of the function. You can solve this. Suppose I am taking one example. I have to find sine inverse sine 2 pi by 3. What is that? 2 pi by 3 is 120 degree. It is not between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. So I have to bring in that format with the help of basic trigonometry. So I will write it sine inverse sine pi minus pi by 3. See, on solving, it will come out to be 2 pi by 3. You know how I am bringing this? I am writing 2 pi as 3 pi minus pi. I always say that change denominator according to change numerator according to denominator. Okay, here denominator is 3. We have to bring 2 pi in the terms of 3 pi. So we can write 3 pi minus pi. On dividing by 3, it will give you this thing. And further we know that sine 180 degree minus theta is just sine theta. So we can write this thing further as sine inverse sine 180 minus theta is just sine theta. So now you see this x is between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. So the answer will be pi by 3. Okay, clear? Suppose I have to find tan inverse tan 210 degree. I am writing in degrees. You can just write in the terms of pi. See, it is not between minus 90 and 90. So answer won't be 210 degree and it would just cancel out. We have to bring in that format. I am just doing this. Can I write this as tan inverse tan 180 plus 30, which is coming out to be tan 30, and as 30 is between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2, so answer will be 30, that is pi by 6. So you can deal with the domain problem easily. We can further see how different inverse can be converted to another format. Suppose sine inverse 3 by 5 is there. and I have to convert this in the terms of tan, cot, sec, anything, any other trigonometrical ratio. I just take help of the table. You just draw the triangle. See here, perpendicular is 3, so it will be 3. Hypotenuse is 5, so it is 5. Base is coming out to be 4. So now with the help of this triangle, you can easily convert to different inverse ratios. Suppose I have to find sec inverse. What is that? You know that it is hypotenuse by base. So what it will be? 5 by 4. Suppose I have to convert this in the terms of tan. So I can write this as tan inverse. Tan is perpendicular by base, so it is 3 by 4. So you can easily convert such type of things. Where it is used, see, suppose it is cos sine inverse, it is sine, okay, sine inverse 5 by 12, okay, 5 by 13 you write. So what it is coming out to be, as cos won't cancel with the sine inverse, so what we have to do, we need to convert sine inverse in the terms of cos inverse. So what we will do, we will take help of the triangle again. We will draw the triangle here. It is given sine inverse 5 by 13. So perpendicular is 5, hypotenuse is 13. So base is coming out to be 12. So if I have to write cos inverse with respect to sine inverse 5 by 13, it will be 12 by 13. Now cos and cos inverse will cancel out and we are just left with 12 by 13. So very simple to convert one form to the another form. Now we will see how the formulas are used to solve inverse trigonometrical functions. I am discussing one by one formula. Most importantly, I say if you just remember tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, the maximum of your work is done. Why? Because if it is sine inverse, in the question sine inverse something plus sine inverse something is given, you can convert that in the terms of tan with the help of triangle and can easily apply the formula I am giving here. So tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is coming out to be tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Very easy to remember. Okay. Further, if you have to find tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, it will be tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. Just one example I am taking here. Suppose I am given with sine inverse 3 by 5 plus cos inverse 5 by 13 and I have to apply the formula. I have to solve this and simplify this. So I suggested you to convert this in the terms of tan, and if you are just remembering the formula of the tan, the things are becoming very easier for you. This can be converted to tan inverse very easily with the help of the triangle. It will come out to be tan inverse 3 by 4, and here same way you can convert the cos inverse in the terms of tan inverse. So it will be tan inverse 12 by 5. Okay. So you know tan inverse 3 by 4 is here and tan inverse 12 by 5 is here. So what is that? Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. You can apply the formula tan inverse x plus y, that is 3 by 4 plus y is 12 by 5 by 1 minus xy, 1 minus 3 by 4 into 12 by 5. Just see what is coming. So very easy, I am recommending you just remember the formula of tan, the things will be easier for you. Now we will see different formula apart from tan inverse x plus tan inverse y and tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. Suppose 2 tan inverse x is there. Okay. So what the formula can be, if you remember this is very nice. It is tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. If you are remembering, very nice. If you are not remembering, you can just write this thing as tan inverse x plus tan inverse x. 2 tan inverse x is there, so 2 times you write this and apply the formula of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, you will easily get. Now further, if we learn the formula of sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, the things will become very easy for us, because in that case we need not have to convert to in the terms of tan, and we can just directly find with the help of sine formula. So sine inverse x plus sine inverse y is sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. Very easy to remember. As you know, sine a plus b is sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Suppose I have to find the formula for sine inverse x minus sine inverse y. It will be x sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square minus y under root 1 minus x square. Same way, you remember the formula of cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. Very easy. You know cos a plus b formula. What is that? That is cos a into cos b. That means x into y minus sin a into sin b minus under root 1 minus x square into under root 1 minus y square. Same way you can apply the formula for cos inverse x minus cos inverse y will be cos inverse xy plus under root 1 minus x square into under root 1 minus y square. You apply this formula, things will be easier for you. Further, suppose you need to apply the formula of 3 sine inverse x. Okay, somewhere it is given and you have to write. If you directly remember this relating with the basic trigonometrical formula, if you just relate this formula with basic trigonometrical formula, things will be easier for you. It is sine inverse, you know, sine 3 theta is 3 sine theta into cos theta. So what it will be? 3 sine x minus 4 sine cube x, that is x cube. Okay, so 3 sine inverse x is sine inverse 3x minus 4x cube. If you don't remember this formula, you have to just write sine inverse x 3 times. You take 2 at a time, apply the formula, get the result and treat that resultant with the third. So you will write this thing as sine inverse x plus sine inverse x plus sine inverse x. Okay, 3 times you write if you are not remembering. But I better suggest you to remember the formula. It's not very difficult. You just apply the formula for these two, get the result, and with the result you apply this formula, you will get the things done. Same way, if you have to write the formula of 3 cos inverse x. Okay, you know the formula of cos 3 theta, that is 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. So it will be, you just make a guess here, what it will be? 4 cos cube, that means 4x cube minus 3 cos x, that is 3x. So this way you can remember the formula and the things will be easier for you. Further, you remember the formula that sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. You know this formula very easily. You can apply cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. You can easily apply. But if sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is given, you can directly write this thing as pi by 2. You can obtain this result if you convert cos inverse in the terms of sine inverse, and then you can apply the formula of sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. You will get the things done. Okay, same way tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Use these results wherever needed. You will get the things easier. Suppose I have to solve problems like that tan inverse x plus tan inverse y plus tan inverse z, like this. A thing is there. Okay. What I am trying to say here, that three things are there. In the LHS side, you take one thing to the RHS side and can proceed easily. Suppose I just write tan inverse x plus tan inverse y and apply the formula tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy, and I am taking this tan inverse z to that side, pi minus tan inverse z. So if I take that tan inverse to this side, other side, I will be just left with x plus y by 1 minus xy in the LHS side, and here it is going to be tan. If tan inverse is going to other side, it will become tan, and tan is going to other side, it will become tan inverse. Same with other trigonometrical ratios, not particularly with tan. Okay, so it is tan pi minus tan inverse z. Further, you know that tan 180 minus theta is minus of tan theta. So minus of tan, and what is theta here? Theta is tan inverse z. So what we are obtaining, tan and tan inverse is getting cancelled, and we are just getting z. So minus z. So just make a habit in proceeding this way. Suppose I have to solve one question. Sine inverse 6x plus sine inverse root 3x equal to something pi by 2, like this. Okay, just and we have to solve, we have to get the value of x. I just recommend take 1 inverse to other side and keep 1 inverse at the LHS side. So what it is going to be, sine inverse 6x is equal to pi by 2 minus sine inverse root 3x. Okay, so what we can do now, if we just take sine inverse to that side, it will become sine pi by 2 minus something sine inverse root 3x. Okay, see, we know that sine pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta. Cos, it will be sine inverse in this particular problem root 3x, like this. So further we can convert this sine inverse to cos inverse, and we can get rid of the inverse thing, and we will be just left with the x things which we can solve and get the values easily. Hope this revision piece is useful to you. Any doubt, you contact me. You know my number 90313 58558.